Hey everyone, just wanted to say hello and share something with you about stories. So one of my earliest, I guess, food memories is actually a story, and it's one that I was told many, many times when I was younger by my mother. And basically, it was when I was like 3 or 4 years old in our old house in Medfield, Mass. I had convinced my grandfather, who didn't speak English, and I barely spoke Spanish, somehow that I knew how to make cookies. So she came home after work, after a long day of work, and came into the kitchen and saw that there was flour and sugar and all the right ingredients that I guess that I must have watched her pull out of the cupboard. But they're all over the kitchen and the biggest mess, and obviously made for a much longer day. But a funny, humorous story that she was able to share with me and others over the years. Another one is, when I was 7, I guess I regained her confidence and her trust, and she allowed me to cook in the kitchen. And I told her one day, I think before school, that I wanted to make pancakes, so she allowed me to do that. So she actually mixed all the ingredients, I guess, to make sure there wasn't a mess everywhere. But then she had me actually cook them in the pan. And I don't know what she did. She walked away, went to go attend to something, and basically, I didn't know that you're supposed to flip pancakes over. I thought they just kept cooking. I think she might have told me to look for some bubbles, but I was looking for like big bubbles, not little tiny bubbles. And as you can imagine, since I didn't flip it, it basically started burning and causing a lot of smoke and setting off the smoke detector. And another story that I like to share with people is actually when my mom was sick with cancer. The last thing that she showed me how to cook was actually how to make her famous rice and beans. So secret recipe, but she was able to, find the energy and the time to stand with me at the stove and walk through every bit of the process. And it's something that I'm able to, impart on my kids, and it's a recipe that I'm able to not make the way she made, but try to imitate. And it brings me a lot of happiness. And so something that I just like to tell that story, and I like to think about it, and it's something that she shared with me. So why do I share this with you? Well, you have a story. In fact, you have many stories. And one quote that I like to think about often is from Maya Angelou, and it's that people may not remember what you said, they may not remember what you did, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And stories create that connection with people, right? So if you are sharing a story about yourself, you're opening up, and you are basically creating that trust between you and another person or many people. And if you have a business, you should be telling stories all the time. And video is a great way to do that, because you're not only telling the story, beyond written word, like in a blog post, but you're also sharing emotion. You're sharing your facial features. People get a lot more from video than they would just reading something. So if you're selling cars, telling stories about how you got into the business of selling cars would be a great thing, right? You could talk about your first car, maybe talk about how you got into an accident when you were just learning how to drive. Hopefully not a serious one, but something like that. Or maybe you scratched up your parents' car and you had to like figure out a way to tell them what happened. Um, if you sell houses, basically anything. How did you get into it? Why do you do what you do? And keep sharing that with people. If you own a restaurant and you're a chef, what compels you to cook? Why are you behind the stove? What do you like about food? What kind of food do you like to cook? Are you currently cooking that, or is there another type of food that you wish you were cooking? What ideas do you have? So this whole idea of storytelling is allowing you to connect with people, and basically you're able to share ideas and really understand each other better, right? So it's not always even the best company, the best product or service that necessarily wins out. It's the one that consumers or the customers have the most connection with. Whether Nike produces the best shoes or not, I don't know. But they certainly have done well in their storytelling and their marketing to be able to impart a sense of who they are, what they stand for, and get a lot of people to buy their shoes. Many things could be said about other companies just like that. So just wanted to share that in terms of, think about the stories in your life that got you to where you're at, and start sharing those with the people that you want to get in front of and the people that you care about. And in doing that, you create a greater connection, and one that's more long lasting and powerful. So that's what I got for today. Hope you're all having a great day, doing well in life, staying healthy and safe. and I'll catch you on the next one.